welcome back. Hey, we're having a good time and hope you are too. Listen, our last guest is a legend in the entertainment industry. She's a triple threat who has conquered the world of Broadway with her prominent roles in productions like Hair and Pearly, seamlessly transitioning into television stardom while creating timeless music hits that spanned over 3 decades. She returns to the stage for a two-night can't-miss performance. You don't want to miss it. You will be missing something if you do. Please welcome to the show my girl, Melba Moore. Melba, welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Bob.
How
Good to
are
see you
you?
again.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see you. We run into each other from time to time, but one of the most memorable is when we did, I think, Hal Jackson's 60th birthday party when we all got
Oh,
together with Stevie
yeah. Stevie
Wonder.
Wonder was. Oh, go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah, everybody was there. Stevie Wonder, Valerie Simpson, of course, Hal Jackson's wife, Debbie
Debbie.
Jackson, and the whole crew, and we all had a great time. I would just sit back. I was sitting back. I was in awe. And I
You
have
know,
some of the pictures. Yeah,
I'm sitting here listening to the other guests that you had, and they are awesome. My goodness.
yeah, yeah. But a lot of people are lined up to come on the show, but we're always happy to have you here. You were here a couple of times before, in person. Um,
Right.
but listen, give us a little. I know what you've been through. I know what you have been working on over the years, but just give us a little overview of you for people who don't know, or we got some new listeners, or people who are growing up into what we're doing. Let them know about Melba Moore.
Well, right now, if you don't mind, I'd like to kind of focus on what I'm doing now because it's a really big project for me and
Yeah.
kind of a departure for what I've been doing over the last years. I've really been focused on my recording career. And I got to say thank you
Uh-huh.
to your viewers that have supported me so well, including Dean Nice, and I've gotten a Hollywood star. So I got to say thank you to Mr. Cat Williams
I
and
remember.
so many other people. Now, I've kind of taken a step. I don't know if it's to the right or to the left, but hopefully it's still forward and upwards to recount some of the wonderful experiences that I've had with Broadway.
Mm.
And it's going to be at a place called 54 Below, which is kind of a wonderful supper club cabaret restaurant that features artists who are essentially known for their work on Broadway or work
Mm.
on Broadway. They don't have to necessarily be well known, but they
Yeah.
have to be good performers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm going to be featuring music and I guess skits or characterizations from my Broadway plays that I've performed in, like Hair, like Pearly, like Timbuktu. I don't know if people remember or know about
Sure.
Timbuktu because I starred opposite the great Miss Eartha Kitt, and it was
Hmm.
the concept of Jeffrey Holder, whom
Hmm.
some people might remember as the Uncola Man,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Ha ha ha
in the
ha. The
right.
Uncola.
Never had us, never will.
Yeah.
And the movie Annie.
Yes.
What, and he was also a great dancer and choreographer
Mm.
and costumer, just a beautiful, beautiful person too.
Mm.
And he did Timbuktu, and he invited me to star opposite Miss Eartha Kitt, which was just such an amazing performance. And I don't think people know that I performed in musicals like Les Miserables, where I was the very first Black actress to perform the role of Fantine which is one of the female leads in that huge musical.
Yeah.
And the music is not about Black people; it's about the French Revolution. So it's really unique opportunity for a Black actress to do that. And of course, I became at least pointed out for being the first Black actress to play that role of Fantine. Others
Yeah.
have done it since, but I was the first. I want to point those things out.
That's right.
And I also toured in the musical Chicago. I think a lot of people don't know that. Everybody knows, well, almost everybody knows about the musical Chicago.
Yeah.
And I played the role of matron Mama Morton. I was the matron of Murderer's Row. So that was an interesting character. But I also did in company of Ain't Misbehaving, which was a musical autobiography, autobiography
Yeah.
of Bat Wallace. So I want to focus on those things if I may today.
Of course. Melba, you've done your thing over the years and you continue to do so. That's what intrigues a lot of us who will watch you and follow you. It's a wonderful thing just to see you continue on this wonderful journey. So You returned to New York City, the New York City stage. Let's talk about it. Tell us more about it.
I'm not returning to the New York City stage. People will think you're talking about a theater.
Uh,
I'm returning to 54 Below. It's a
54
cabaret
Below.
club.
Yes.
Right.
Right. Well, you know, every time we see you, you're on stage. I'll fix
This
it up
is
like
true.
that.
This is true.
Yeah.
You already fixed up. You're okay, Dr. Bob.
So tell us about this. What
So
got
anyway,
you back into?
that's going to be in March 15th and 16th
Uh huh.
at 54 Below, which is a beautiful cabaret restaurant featuring artists from theater.
Uh huh.
Not just Broadway, but artists from theater. That's a nice picture of it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. For instance, in Hair, um, the role was always done by young white women,
Uh huh.
and they had quite a few do it. But then I auditioned for it and got the female lead, and I wound up kind of inadvertently replacing Diane Keaton because she was one of the ladies who played the role. That's an important opportunity for me.
Yeah.
I got the page of the New York Times is saying,
You.
uh, basically, a black woman was now playing that role, and of course, Hair was about hippies and just breaking all the rules. Hair was the first place I know I got a chance to wear an afro because my first job was as a public school music teacher, and back in those days, you had to straighten your hair if you wanted. That was part of the dress code. I
Yes.
think there's some kind of legal issue being settled now about how you're allowed to wear your hair because we're African Americans. We don't have straight hair. It's still an
Right.
issue. But Hair was an incredible musical. Uh, the song Aquarius was made very famous, I think, by Billy Davis and Marilyn Crew, the Fifth Dimension.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the music came out and became popular on the radio. Um, as I said, I was the first to replace a white actress in a lead role. It led me to, because I hadn't auditioned for a show before. So, but I got it through a recording
Uh
session
huh.
that I was doing with Valerie. Simpson. That's another story. I won't get into that right now, but it's been interesting. But while I was in Hair, one of the girls reminded me that I didn't know how to audition, so I should take that opportunity to start going around and finding out where to do that. And she said, don't worry about getting the role, just start going around. Anyway, she told me about auditions for what became a huge Black Broadway musical. She said every Black girl had already auditioned for it. She had, but they still didn't know who they wanted for the part. Well, to make a long story a little bit shorter, I auditioned for it, got the part. I was just trying to figure out how to audition. I wasn't really interested in getting the part.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the role was Ludi Bell, Gussie Mae Jenkins, and Pearlie, which gave me a Tony Award, which alludes to what you were talking about. It put me on TV, and it really put me on the map. So that was very important. And after I did the Pearlie, I got a call from Jeffrey Holder to do Timbuktu. So that's how I got the third show that I did. And then after that, I was in a little town called Hollywood, Florida, and I was just trying my hand at playwriting.
Uh huh.
And I put my play up. It was a one-woman play, autobiographical with music, in a little storefront. But the person who was casting for the musical Les Mis came in just to give me some feedback, and I had included a classical song in the show.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh, I didn't know you knew how to sing classical music. I want you to play the role of Fantine in Les Miserables." So that's how I got to have that opportunity. I was out just trying to expand my borders in terms of what my craft could be, but I didn't have to audition for that either. I still don't know how to audition
You were in the right place at the right time, and God is good all the time.
all the time.
You were just
It
trying
was
to
a
say,
little,
"Hey, let me learn this thing," and they said, "No,
yeah,
you can learn it, but we want you in this."
yeah. And they were basically saying, you have the craft of that type of singing,
Yeah.
and we'll give you good directors. We'll teach you the role, and we'll actually help groom you in your craft of acting. And of course, he knew me from Pearlie,
Uh-huh.
so he knew my history that I was not a trained actor. But you're right. Getting into the right place in the right time by the hand of God, you don't know it. You've got some basics, and you really don't mind working and learning. They'll teach you. So that's
Yeah.
what's happened. I've been learning on the job.
So we're all going to meet on this date, the 15th and the 16th, right? It's 2 nights only.
Right. Well, to begin with, I'm sure they'll call me back if you
You
come and support me
you
this
you
time.
got that right. We're going to call you back. So any plans beyond this? But tell us where can we get tickets and everything? Is it are we going to post this up? Our producers are probably going to post it up too.
If you do that, yes. I don't have the exact information, but
Yeah,
it's easy to get.
we
But
got that. We're going to hook all of that up. You know,
okay, thank you.
54below.org/events/Melba Moore.
Yeah,
We'll hook all of that up. Okay.
thank you.
Oh, it's always
I'm
a
not
pleasure
that
to see you.
that lane. But things coming forward, well, not just coming forward. I want to say thank you to everybody for supporting my current album, which is called Imagine.
Uh-huh.
And the executive director is my daughter. Her name is Charlie Huggins,
Mm-hmm.
and it's her label. So I'm connecting with the next generation, of course, and she's giving me her wisdom and her ideas about what I should be singing, the image I should be projecting now. And that's been doing very well. And the single from it is called So in Love. It's been going to the top of the charts. So I'll be touring, supporting that album and singing the songs from those singles in that song. And I'm also have in production a one-woman play with music called Still Standing, the Melba Moore story.
Beautiful. I love it. Melba, it's always a pleasure to see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope to see you soon, though. We're going to come down the 15th and the 16th, all right?
Please do.
Yes. Melba Moore, singer, actress. Imagine all the things that she's doing. We want to get involved and stay involved with Melba Moore from Broadway with Love. Thank you, Melba.
Thank you.